What's the book about?
Well, the book, it sort of came from doing the podcast, and it's a book about my unqualified advice and my terrible theories that I have on life, and I hope it's a book that people read, but it's probably a book that nobody should read because I know nothing.
Your publisher hates you right now.
I know, but I love them.
No one should read this book.
No,
it's really terrible. But I mean, what kind of advice are you giving? Do you have specific real advice for, how people should meet someone?
Yeah, like there's a chapter threesomes seems like a great idea, right? And then I list my thoughts, write my thoughts about threesomes, which I don't actually think it's a great idea, believe it or not.
Right.
But and one of the chapters is men in professions you should not date, which starts off with magician.
You don't think any woman should date a magician? If he's a magician, it's just end it right away.
I just think someone who really enjoys tricking you. Yeah. Like, I enjoy a good magician every now and again, but just in my daily life, do you want somebody who's like, I'm not telling you my secrets?
Yeah.
I don't know who that person
Right.
was.
Try again.
Yeah.
No.
Yeah.
No, that would be awful.
Can you knock it off and at least tell me your secrets?
Right.
Second is musician, unless classical, except you don't want first chair. I don't think you want you don't want first chair.
Why? First chair is too
no offense. Not
no
you
offense.
Guys.
Oh yeah.
I want to date all of you.
Yeah.
If you would have me.
Yeah.
I don't even know. At this point, they hate me.
Many of them aren't musicians. I won't say which ones, but there's 3 of them that it's really not good.
More a union thing.
Yeah, Obama's just here. Yeah, he knew a guy who knew a guy. He bangs coconuts together. So you really do say these are now who's like a
Do you want to hear more?
Yeah,
No.
I want to hear more of who you shouldn't date.
Well, athlete, not just because of the potential, the rumors of cheating, but because I think you'd have to be like, that rookie's not so good. There would be the constant emotional
right.
But I know you guys lost, but you'll win next. That seems like a big chore.
Right.
But
that's how my wife talks to me, and I'm a comedian. She's like, they'll laugh next time. There's laughter out there for you still, honey. I believe in you.
Well, comedian.
Yeah.
Just
also on the list, right?
Also on the list.
Yeah, we're a freak show.
You should have been number 1.
What? I think comedian should be number one. Yeah.
I'm gonna revise it.
Yeah.
But yeah, anyway, chef, I've got a bunch of them.
Chef? Wait a minute. Chef seems like it would be perfect.
That's
a chef is the guy that's like, baby, you're home. Look, I just made this great, amazing, cool dish for you to eat.
You've just entered the chef trap.
What's that?
That's what you'd think.
Right, yeah.
But in my experience watching Hell's Kitchen, the kitchen cultivates an environment of anger.
Anger.
And for me, I think it's hard to just leave it home.
Right.
Your chef is gonna bring home the temper.
Right. There's gonna be a lot. So it's not gonna make you this great pasta every night, and there's gonna be a perfectly poured glass of wine.
No.
He's just gonna be smashing.
Well,
stuff in the
also
corner.
they come home at 4 in the morning.
Right.
All pissed.
Okay, so what's your dream guy? Who's the guy that you should
The only
marry?
guy that you can date is a woodworking, a man.
A guy who knows how to make stuff.
A guy who knows how to make specifically canoes, and that's all. That's all we got. Or it's maybe a small sailboat.
Yeah.
Like Kevin Costner in Message in a Bottle.
I think Nick Offerman.
Yeah, Nick Offerman.
Yeah.
Nick Offerman makes canoes.
He's happily married, so
Yeah.
Anyway, essentially, there's no one for us. And I've, of course, not only have I not dated anybody on my list,
Right.
but I also violated one of the the professional on my list, which is an actor, which is further down, but still on there.
Right.